I must first declare my interest as the chair of Edinburgh and Lothian Regional Equality Council. I welcome this opportunity to speak in this chamber on International Women's Day. Scottish Labour supports the motion and the amendments. Along with other members, I am shocked by the scene of families torn apart by the war on Ukraine and the women continuing to care for their children and elderly relatives in unimaginable conditions. Women exposed to rape, sexual abuse, and male violence simply because they are women, as in every other conflict. In situation of war, women must be placed at the heart of the peace process and at the centre of recovery. That must be one of our messages for International Women's Day. In Scotland, each year, the Parliament provides a focus for members to celebrate women's achievement here in every sphere of life. For example, members have supported me in a motion commending Angela Mohan and the Larder Project in West Lothian, a project providing high-quality training and dignified food provision. Angela has now made it into the NatWest 2022 list of 100 top women in social enterprise. Only one example of so many inspirational stories. The pandemic has shown the strength of so many women caring for their communities and families throughout. All political parties have made promises that there should be no return to the old inequalities as we come out of the pandemic. But we must recognize that evidence is not taking us in that direction. For example, yesterday, Women in Sport published a report reframing sports for teenage girls. This caught my attention as I'm concerned by the decline in sporting activities during the pandemic, which led to increased isolation and mental health problems for young people as community and sports facilities were closed. The report from Women in Sport shows that girls drop out from activities participation in sports at nearly twice the rate of teenage boys by the time they reach secondary school, citing reasons such as loss of confidence, worry over body images, and increased pressure from gender stereotype. These girls are missing out on so much, and it is on all of us to address this. Scottish Labour is committed to seeing more women and girls live active lives and participate in sports at all levels. We must encourage participation from women, particularly from various regions and diverse minority communities, through the provision of single-sex opportunities and also to create community space that are welcoming and safe place for women to exercise. The remit of membership of the Scottish Government Women in Sport Advisory Board is under review as we learn from the pandemic. I would ask the Reframing Sport for Teenage Girls report is considered by the Advisory Board and that priority is given to addressing the issues which have seen the girl and young women pull away from sport and outdoor activities. I hope that specific needs of women and girls from ethnic minority communities can be addressed. Investing in the next generation means investing now in girls and young women and supporting them in healthy and active lives. I would like to pay tribute to the many smaller organizations working for and with women in our Black and ethnic minority communities. And in our different cultures, organizations like Edinburgh and Lothian Regional Equality Council, Saheliya, NKS, Milan, MCFB, and many others who work with and support women in Edinburgh. Action for Children, Heritage and Inclusion Project seeking to end isolation amongst teenage girls, and the Intellectual Youth Movement. we recognize that so often the contribution made by so many women in our communities is in addition to the commitment already invested in their homes and families. And this Parliament must find a way to ensure that their knowledge and experience informs our legislation and policy making. I would also like to pay my tribute to the individuals like Mrs. Saroj Lal, Mrs. Shamsad Rahim, Mrs. Shaheen Younis, Mrs. Rohini Sharma Joshi, and of course, two of my colleagues, Pam Ghoshal and Kokop Stewart, for making a difference in the BME community. To conclude, women in Scotland today must have confidence that this Parliament listens, learns and acts on their concern and priorities, not only on International Women's Day, but every day. Thank you.